morning.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Oh, yeah. Oh, please like and subscribe. Yeah. That good. Yeah. Ha ha ha.
Sure, a lot of containers over here. Alright, so we're back in Canada. Highway 1. Eastbound. Just went past Bridal Falls. We're headed towards Hope. It's 7 a.m. .5 degrees Celsius outside. A little warmer than yesterday morning. Have cruise control on, but I do slow down going uphill, even empty. And yeah, I'm empty again. So yesterday I unloaded in Washagal. Did I get that better? I didn't say shoe this time, but was this better than shoe? Unloaded in Washagal and came back empty. I got asked if I wanted to cross at Sumas or Osoyoos, and I'm like, well, Osoyoos is 74 miles longer, so I get paid by the mile. I'll go Osoyoos. Response swag was, you're crossing at Sumas. I'm like, yep. That's logical. Every now and then, dispatch has a brain fart. It's like, there is only one choice here. I tried so hard to make the border yesterday, but I couldn't. I was half an hour short. It's like, that half hour cost me 2.5 hours. Because in Canada I can drive 2 hours longer. So if I had made the border, I could have driven 2 hours longer. I guess no, what if I could have made the border in 2, would it? Yeah, it cost me 2 hours. But half an hour I had to drive still today, so yeah, 2.5, whatever. However you want to calculate it. And that water bottle yesterday made such a big difference. I'm doing the water bottle thing again today, even though it's annoying. I have to try to find something to weigh it down that doesn't hang as low. Maybe I should just buy some actual weights. What I'll do is I'll bring the water bottle home, half full of water, weigh it on the scale, and then buy that much weight. Wondering if you'd be courteous to let me by or not. You did. Held back. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. So it's 7 now. I need to fuel up here. Yeah, it looks like they're doing a good job of rebuilding that road, so it shouldn't be too much longer before we get our regular highway back at full speed. I'm at 1/8 of a tank, a little over 1/8 of a tank, and I got about 2 hours, 15 minutes to drive. Should be able to make it on that fuel, right? It is a pass though. Gotta go over the whole Princeton, so there's a lot of climbing. Maybe I'll go fuel up over here, just top off one tank, because I'm loading one of those heavy loads, so I don't want to be full of fuel. It's one of those, you should be running at half a tank type of loads. I know some of you guys have said that sucks and I have to worry about weight. You guys never had to do that in trucking, but we load max weight. We carry such heavy loads that we always load max weight. Often we don't really have to worry about it, but there's certain loads that you gotta really be on the nose. And the more I think of it, the more of those we have. Originally I'm like, yeah, you only really have to worry about at this one location. And then it's like, oh, and at this one. Oh yeah, and this one here too. So yeah, I guess I'm just so used to it, I don't even think about it. I do think about it, but I don't think it's a big deal. it's normal to have to worry about weight. Because if you're running like a van, you're running so much light stuff inside that trailer. Like a grocery store has so much light stuff, you'll fill the trailer up before you run out of weight. Us will run out of weight before we fill up the trailer. Scale open or closed? I see trucks pulling in, so it must be open. Open it is. Oh, come on, guys, bypassing. The speed limit's literally 30 here. Highway 5, wide loads. Not sure. It said 60 ahead. I haven't actually seen the 60 yet. Maybe the 60 was one of the old fault and over signs. Yikes. That sign say 60. I am not doing 72. That's not me. You're catching some car behind me. That's more like me. Okay. I'm like, that sign's not accurate. Not doing 78. Someone's been playing the game of trying to hit as many cones as possible. Oh, this bridge has got some issues. Point of going to 100 because we're going to go back down to 80 here. Are we feeling lucky today? Got some weird lanes here now, shifting them all over the place. This section isn't near being ready for paving yet. There's a lot of sucker trucks that drive this road. If I run out of fuel, I could get bailed out. But do I want to gamble? Probably not. I want to so bad to go for the risky one and not fuel up till we get to Princeton. I'll pull over and fuel up. I'm just gonna do it. Let's not do the risky thing. The sun hasn't pulled out yet, but it will soon. It's starting to get pretty bright. Probably by the time we're fueled up, we'll have a bright sun to deal with. Hopefully the road, I think, is curvy enough that we can get decent video even if the sun comes up. But we'll wait and see. If it's really bad, we'll wait and shoot a little further down the road. But hoping to continue shooting right after fueling. Flying J over there. But the company gets a better discount if I fuel up at an Esso, so. Look, even more convenient, there's an Esso right here. This is a brand new one, got built last year, so it's been open for a year or so now. That long? No, I think it didn't open till this year. Yeah, I figured shooting in the morning like this makes a nice silhouette of the mountains. my lights off but left the marker lights on. I usually run marker lights all day long. So I just filled up 140 liters, something like that. And I'm like, I won't top it off. We'll go load the load, and then we can. There's a fuel station in Princeton. We have room to top it off there. We'll top it off there. Go. Fueled up in hope. Well, splash of fuel in hope. So this is where the highway numbers do some weird things. If you want to take the Coquihalla, basically the route that most people take if they're going to go long distance, you change highway numbers 3 times in just a short little span here. So we're on Highway 1 right now. Highway 1 exits right here, and now we're on Highway 3. We're going to stay on Highway 3, but it also exits. And Highway 5 continues. It's 110 kilometers here. Let's hammer down. Alright, little car, this is not entirely your fault. I wasn't quite up to speed yet when you were passing me, so I let you finish passing me. And once you were clear, then I went up to speed. Well, I'm not even doing the speed limit. I'm doing 105 and 110. Well, 103, 104, you know, close enough. gets his own lane, so we don't have to try to merge. That's a lane I want to be in, but we'll see if he passes. Yeah, he's going to pass us here as we're going uphill, losing some speed. Yeah, I guess when I said only 140 some liters, for you guys that might be a lot of fuel. These tanks can hold 800 liters, so it's not a lot of fuel for me. I can easily burn between $600 and $900 of fuel a day. I guess I gotta slow down. I want to stay on Highway 3. This guy's most likely going to merge a lane over. Could be wrong. He's taking his time to merge. Alberta plate, so he may just not realize yet that he must merge. Should have passed them. Should have. Got so little fuel I didn't have time to clean the windows. There he goes. All the local guys would have merged a lot earlier and let me by, but not local, so we'll give them a break. I think I've been doing the ending of my videos wrong and forgot the fact that I have those post screens that pop up and covering up Cookie Monster. Just thinking of that today morning while I woke up. It's like, wait, I think I've been editing videos wrong. Not giving enough time for the ending screen. I think I have to give those ending screens about 30 seconds. I haven't been doing that. Try better. I'll try better. RV, going camping, maybe hunting. It is a long weekend, Thanksgiving weekend, but you guys will get a Monday video. I won't start driving on Sunday, but I haven't looked at where I'm delivering, somewhere in Washington. We'll see how much of Monday I have to drive. It's going to be an all-day drive or just a partial day drive, I'm not sure. Either way, you guys will get a Monday video. I know you guys have been spoiled like the last 3 weekends in a row, I think, where you guys got a Sunday video. At least last 3 weekends. My shoulder camera crooked? Is that crooked? I can't tell. Wait till there's a flat horizon. Oh wait, we're in the mountains. Good luck figuring that out. When you have such a small little screen to look at on the dash there, it's hard to tell. Sometimes when I'm editing, I'm like, oh, this camera is so crooked, this is unacceptable, but this is all I got. I think it's just a little deceiving because of the angles of the windshield with a wide angle lens. Can't get it quite wide enough to get both mirrors in the shot. Can't quite get it there. I tried. If it wasn't for the image stabilization, we would have both mirrors. Sometimes you can see when I take a turn, the other mirror shows up every now and then because it's stabilizing the image as I turn. I think I'm going to Google some camera mounts this weekend, but I suspect what I want is going to be very expensive, so we might have to just put up with this kind of shaky video. I'm going to try the weights like I said earlier, but I know yesterday's video, it was so much smoother. And I'm not going to do shoulder cam all the time, every video, but I like breaking it up, not having just a single shot in the whole video. And yeah, the hood cam has much better view of the mountains. In the prairies, it's not quite as important as, well, not just prairies, but the flatlands. But in the mountains, you know, you block a lot of the scenery. You can see the sun's coming down the mountain towards us. Sunlight is quite far down on that mountain. It's just a matter of time before we get blinded. Oh yeah, this is Hope Slide, by the way. I guess we made it up so easily I forgot to talk about it. Or even swing my camera toward the slide. Some cool history on those. Or on the slide. Some people did die in the slide, but not a lot. The bus driver was a hero. Saw a rocks falling in front of him. He slammed on the brakes and reversed up, and by the time he had reversed all the way out, the whole mountain came down. So, not the whole mountain, but a huge chunk of the mountain. So everybody on the bus considered the bus driver a hero. And the one car, I believe it's one car with people, I think 2 people in it, is presumed to be buried in there because they never dug them out. Those people were on their way through this pass and never showed up at their destination, so it's presumed that that car was in that slide. If I was a secret agent, Secret Service, that's a good way of making a person disappear. I'm not saying that's what happened, but I'm just saying, why wouldn't you do that? If you've got some big disaster, that's how you make people disappear. Yes, so and so died in that great disaster where many people died, and then you just create a new identity for those people, new names, relocate them. I always figure if I was James Bond and getting out of the business and needed to disappear, that's what I would do. I would die myself. Yes, I died in that disaster. Disappearing you would be the easy part. The new identity would be the hard part. Having a history. Welcome to Manning Park. I still don't know if that's a beaver or a marmot, but I'm going to say it's a beaver. Manning Park sign. Let's carve some corners. Hey, that's kind of the type of load I'll be picking up. I don't know if it'll be 2 layers. Might be 1 or 2 bags as a second layer. Let's go to the US, so. Beautiful colors. Speaking of color, why do Americans spell color wrong? Or like the real English spells color with a U in it. C-O-U-L-O-R. But that's not true. I was listening to a podcast about language. And when the printing press was invented, English was going through a bit of a revolution. The language was changing. The English language was just regrowing after the French had taken over, had invaded. So a lot of French was in English. And when the printing press came out, they're like, okay, we gotta, let's not make English so embarrassing, and let's find a common thread between all these words, because English was all over the place. So words like color with a U in it, neighbor, there's so many words that they couldn't decide the spelling on, right? They were just, what spelling do we go to? Which one? And it took time, right? And so in Britain, color was spelled with a U and without the U. This was a surprise for me to learn that English all over the world, wherever English is spoken, color was spelled both ways. It wasn't until the colonies, I guess it was, I don't know how far it was into the US of A, but the United States Webster's Dictionary, the first edition, did not go well. But it wasn't until the first edition Webster tried to simplify the English language. It's like English has gone through this change, and we now pronounce words differently than we did before. Let's write the English language the way it's presented. Let's write it the way it sounds. And his first dictionary was so bad, everybody hated it. He shortened words like crazy. But the second dictionary caught on because he kind of had a good balance. And when the US started spelling color, C-O-L-O-R, the British and the US, being still not on friendly terms, goes, well, if the Americans are spelling it that way, we can't do it that way. We got it. Officially now, we spell with a U. Till then, Britain spelled it without the U and with the U. I did not know that. So the only reason British and Canada and British colonies basically spell it with a U is because we can't do it the way America did. So here I always blamed America for being different, when it's really us that were the petty ones. Huh. Will I still spell it with a U? I guess, but I'll stop preaching that it's the right way to spell it. So there's a lot of French influence. Like, English base is Germanic. It's German. That's where the English language comes from. It is German. But there's a lot of French influence, a lot of Latin influence, and a lot of Norseman influence. And the Norsemen said G differently than before the printing press. We would not, if we talked to an English person, we would not understand them. The great vowel shift where we pronounce vowels very differently. We would have a hard time understanding anybody speaking Old English. So, like, egg was pronounced differently edge or was pronounced differently. Well, edge was, okay, not pronounced very different, but edge. So when the Norsemen came and started changing the language, the word edge, standing on the edge, the Norsemen pronounced it egg. They're on the egg. And the word egg was not pronounced egg, so it was alright, right? So we didn't pronounce the word egg. Egg, it was something else, I can't remember what it was. But so standing on an egg was standing on an edge. So when you hear the term egg someone on, it's actually edge someone on. Egg on is edge on. That's what it actually means. That's the word, edge on. And then when the word pronunciation of egg changed to egg from the old other pronunciation, we started typing, instead of writing edge on, edge someone on, we started writing egg someone on because that's how you pronounce it. So we got the term all wrong today. Egg someone on is edging someone on. The English language is messed up. We really have to give people more credit for learning the language. Just really cool podcast. It was just one episode in 99% Invisible. 99% Invisible has a lot of boring stuff, but also a lot of really interesting stuff. So I'll be a little less high and mighty about the word color in the future. Darn, I kind of was proud of spelling color right. And a lot of the silent letters we have in the language weren't originally silent. They were actually pronounced. Back in the Old English, a lot of the silent letters were pronounced letters. It's 0 degrees outside. I was wondering why I was kept turning the heat up. So this road that looks wet could be black ice. I think it's actually just the anti-frost. Or the de-icer. They've sprayed the liquid de-icer on here. That's what it looks like to me. Ah, I love these colors. It's maybe a little too dark to show up on video how vibrant some of these colors are. the sun hit this, we'll be driving into the sun, but if we were driving the opposite direction and the sun hit this, it'd be some just awesome vibrant colors. You notice all the grass that's got frost on it. Not quite to the top of the summit yet. Mario's towing. Does Mario's towing ever make it into Highway Through Hell? I do a lot of towing on Highway 3 here. They've got big heavy duty records. Yeah, sure done a lot of empty miles this week. .40-kilometer corners. You see crashes around these corners sometimes. People fail to slow down. I myself have failed to slow down. Once while bobtailing when I first started driving, and once in my personal vehicle many years before that. I was lucky enough not to crash both of those times, but corner is an important one not to catch off guard. Personal vehicle. That one I was angry. I was having a fight with my friends. One of my friends really egging me on and telling me I was driving too aggressive when I was just relaxed driving. But the type of guy that liked to be in control. The other friend in the car, still really good friends with him, just had to deal with me getting angry. Feel sorry about that. But didn't like my aggressive driving, so I showed him aggressive driving. Said, if you want to complain about my driving, get out, find another ride. I picked you up from the airport. And yeah, I'm still friends with both of them. One of them is a really, really good friend. And And then with a big rig was when I was first learning and my truck broke down in Vancouver or something like that. They gave me a loaner truck and it was a manual transmission that was really finicky. And I was just struggling with shifting on that truck. I had no experience shifting, so I was still learning how to shift. To this day, I still struggle shifting, but much better than back in those days. Well, it might be rusty. I haven't driven a manual transmission for a while, but I was so focused on trying to get gears that the corner caught me off guard. Gotta do a hard brake. Dispatch message me, you okay? I'm like, yeah. Just having a rough day. Take it a bit easier going forward. So I make mistakes. None of those cost the company money. If you want to know the ones that cost the company money, a couple of weeks ago, maybe it's months ago by now, there's a video called Mistakes I Made That Cost the Company Money. I made some dumb mistakes. Some mistakes, I've learned from them, but I'm not going to say they were my fault. But some of them were just completely dumb and my fault. I'm surprised the sun still hasn't come up. I guess we're deep enough. That's fresh snow. That is fresh snow. We're deep enough in the bottom of the valley here, even though we're climbing, that we don't have sun yet. Cool. This is my first snow of the season. Not a lot of it, but there is some fresh snow here. It looks like there was quite a bit of it. It just melted off the road. -1 degree Celsius, so it's below freezing now. Well, I was going to end the video, but I'm going to make it go a little longer. Let's get at least to the summit here. We're close. We're in the snow. Come on, we gotta get a little more in here. It surprises me. I was not expecting this. I have not been looking at the weather forecast though. I know it just said it was supposed to be a lot colder by the end of the weekend. Yeah. Definitely colder. And I guess that's the end of the snow, just in a small section there. Cool. That was cool. We got a little bit of snow here and there, but it looks like most of it is melted here. It looks like some of the trees up ahead on those mountains have some fresh snow as well. I guess I'll probably put snow in the title and it won't be a surprise for you guys that I ran into snow. Allison Pass, 1342, 1,342 meters above sea level. I wanted to turn cruise control back on. I'm like, nope, let's not run with cruise control on this. You never know. So now minus 1.5. Bridge construction, reduced speed. There's some snow on the shoulders here. Okay, you can see the snow plows have been running. There's our reduced speed. Probably shouldn't be running with engine brakes. Just in case this is slippery. When I let off the throttle, I could just start sliding. I really don't think it's slippery, so. Guess I was too slow for the car. Only a $200 fine, a little less. A little under $200 fine to speed through construction. That should be a taller fine. Every year construction workers get killed because people speed through the zones. Prepared to stop, so there's a possibility of a flagger. Well guys, I guess I should call it a video. So thank you guys for watching. Our first hint of snow. Well, not hint, but our actual first snow. Not a snowfall, we weren't driving in the snow, but our first snow. I'm sure we're gonna get a lot more of that. I'm not doing 50. Okay, the sign now turned off. I'm like, I'm not doing 55. That's not me. Sometimes I swear those signs are wrong. Oh, I didn't even see you there. Right beside the barrier there. Glad I'm going slow. He waved at me anyway, so maybe he's happy that first one in a while that's been going slow. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I am out of here. You guys rock.
This video is brought to you in part by the letter C and these YouTube members. Cookie starts with C. What other things start with C? Oh, who cares what other things? C is for cookie, and that's good enough for me. Thanks for watching. Dum 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 dum.
Thank you.